We are Saber Sports.
Welcome back to Saber Sports. I'm Simone Steffen, joined at the desk by Shane Fordham, Jeremiah Williams, Chris Zellis, and Peyton Hart. Today on Saber Sports, we're going to be talking about the winners and the losers of the free agency. Peyton, take your pick.
So I think that this was a crazy free agency overall, and I think we're gonna have some great football to watch. But I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers on this one, and I want to talk strictly finances. Like, I think we take a look at the money. I think the Steelers got a steal getting Russell Wilson for only $1 million. That leaves so much cap space to fill in other positions, like we already said. Like, now they have Fields, and I think that it was a steal of the century. I think they overall won the free agency. Being able to get a Hall of Fame quarterback, as he should be, for $1 million, that's crazy. Like, and they got Fields on top of that. I think working with Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator, I think that, you know what? Wow. I didn't appreciate that. But I think if we're really looking, Eagles, great, okay, but I'm not. You're gonna talk about them, no need to. And then the Titans too. I also like the Titans move. I think getting Snead in there really will strengthen their defense, and I think. But I'm still gonna go Steelers. Yeah, Steelers are number one.
Peyton.
Yes.
Peyton.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just back her up because it seems like you guys had some problems with this. And she took the light response and explanation. So I'm gonna give you guys a deep dive of why the Steelers won free agency.
Give us an explanation too of like how long you you've been a Steelers fan too.
I think the people want to know. My dad is from Pittsburgh.
I think the people want to know that too. Because we've never seen you wear any sort of black apparel.
That is fine. My dad's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All I've known is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cordell Stewart. I know the real Steel Curtain with Joe Green. I know real players. Ronnie Lott.
We know your history.
I mean, not Ronnie Lott, I'm sorry. Yeah. That was 49ers. Mel Blount, I'm sorry. Mel Blount.
You know your history.
I know it.
You know your history.
So, Shane, I'm going to need you to relax, brother. So let me give you guys a deep dive on why Steelers won free agency. Of course, we have Fields and Wilson. We also went and got Patrick Queen. We haven't had a true middle linebacker, a real middle linebacker like we usually have since Ryan Shazier got hurt. We've had nobody to fill that gap. Yeah. Queen's come off one of his best seasons, 85 solo tackles, 3.5 sacks, 1 interception, and a forced fumble. Then we went out and got Deshaun Elliott, somebody to help Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick is our do-it-all hybrid safety. He's really our best cover guy in the secondary, almost at the safety position. Deshaun Elliott can fit in the run gaps, in the run game, and he can also cover tight ends and running backs. He had 53 tackles, an interception, and 7 PBUs, which shows he can cover, he can guard. And then we went and filled that other corner spot with Dante Jackson, who was a speedy corner. He can run with guys. He had 49 tackles, a forced fumble, and 5 PBUs to go along with Joey Porter, one of the best rookie corner in the league last year. And we also have Minkah Fitzpatrick. And we also have TJ Watt. And we also have Alex Highsmith. And we also have Cam Hayward. And then we also went and got Van Jefferson for offense for Russell Wilson. Now, Van Jefferson hasn't really had big numbers, but he's a guy that has a lot of speed that can stretch the field. And you look at what we do with our run game, with our play action, we're able to stretch the field with George Pickens and now Van Jefferson. We won free agency.
Steelers are stacked.
We are a complete team. I feel like now we
scared,
have
honestly. I think
because we have talent offensively, we have talent defensively, we have great coaching. We're ready to win. We were a 10-win team with Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. A 10-win team.
Okay.
So now that we have all these slots filled with guys that are superstars like Patrick Queen, Russell Wilson, like we have a shot now. And I really believe it. So I'm going to go with us as the winners of free agency.
I like the pickup. So both of you.
Y'all can't tell me that was not a great explanation because what do you have to say? What do you have to say?
That was okay.
What do you have to say?
I will say this.
And Najee Harris was a 1,000-yard rusher as well last year.
Peyton, all right, you're wrong, and Chris, you're wrong as well. But and it's crazy again. Like Shane and I might agree, but the winner of free agency was the Philadelphia Eagles.
You signed 2 guys.
So exactly, I know that. But listen, you signed Saquon Barkley to a 3-year deal, takes pressure off of Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at what it does for the Eagles and their team and their culture. He provides speed in the run game. That's number one. You brought back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yep.
You sign Bucs linebacker Devin White. Number one, you fill a hole on the defensive side. You know, there was an issue there. And then you bring an explosive running back. This is very simple, y'all. It's just basic information in the NFL. You signed the linebacker Devin White.
It sounded real condescending, didn't it?
I mean, it's true. Like the Eagles won this trade, and it's obviously because they fill holes, and they literally have the same team again. This puts them as the best, winner in the free
I feel
agency.
like y'all two answers are going to be different. So let me address him real quick.
No.
Because
That's
y'all
not how this
answers are
works.
going to be different.
That's not how this works.
But,
That's not how this
y'all
works.
answers are gonna
It's
be
1, 2,
completely
3, 4.
different. Go ahead.
It's not 1, 2,
Everyone,
3,
go ahead.
and then you
All
go
right,
again. That's not how this works.
Go ahead.
That's not
I
how
don't like
this
how
works.
he just tried to be a
No.
little,
Why
like,
you
common
scared?
sense.
Why you scared?
I'm
Let
not
me say what I'm gonna say
I
first.
just know
Before
y'all
you
gonna
want
have
to jump
two
back
different
in.
answers. Two different answers. Two different responses.
That's all the more reason.
Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead, Shane.
You know who I got. You know who I got winning the
ahead,
free
Shane.
agency.
Go ahead,
There's only
Shane.
one right
Go ahead,
answer
Shane.
as to who won the free. Yeah, we agree. Yeah, we agree. What are you talking about right now?
Go ahead, Shane. Come on,
There's
Shane.
only one right answer as to who won the free agency.
I'll say
There's only one right
yelling and
answer.
passion. There's a difference between yelling and
The
passion.
definition,
Give
the
us a
definition,
calm
the
and
definition,
explain.
I
know you did. I
the
saw it.
the definition of having a great free agency is filling holes in your team for the next season that you had the prior season, while also bringing you a step closer to the Super Bowl. If we're talking about the straight up definition of what having a good offseason means, that's it. The Eagles did it. The Eagles did it. What? We filled every hole that we had on the defense. We were missing a linebacker. We now have a top 5 linebacker in Devin White to pair with Nakobe Dean, who is coming back healthy this year. We were missing C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Last time we had C.J. Gardner-Johnson, our secondary was the best secondary in the league.
Mm-hmm.
We were top 5 in interceptions, and we got to the Super Bowl. We got another rusher to add to our D-line who struggled last year converting on 3rd downs and 4th down situations where we needed to pin our ears back and go get the QB. The Eagles did everything they needed to do this year on the defensive end. And don't get me started on the offensive end. We know what we got on the offensive end. The Eagles clearly made themselves the best team in the NFC this year. They're unmatched offensively. They're unmatched defensively now. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, we missed him so much, I was ready to stand outside his bedroom window with a boombox over my head trying to get him to come outside. That's how much we needed C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. That was the main pickup I was looking for.
This is your guy.
The fact that we have C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, who elevates the secondary as a whole, and the fact that we were able to pick up Saquon Barkley, a top 3 running back. He's not 5. He's top 3 at least running back in the league, putting him behind arguably the best O-line in the league. We know we're missing Jason Kelsey, but we got Cam Jurgens ready to step up and fill that gap for him. So we're putting him behind arguably one of the best O-lines in the league. You cannot tell me the Eagles did not win this year.
By your definition, a lot of teams won free agency then.
Exactly.
By your definition.
By your definition. Exactly.
A lot of teams won it. Because it's not just explain how we
Gaps in,
feel every hole we needed.
Who made as many moves as the Eagles did this year?
What do you mean?
Who in our position?
We did.
How many of those teams were in the Super Bowl a year ago?
Y'all just had a first round exit to the Bucks.
And this is all before
What
the
is you
draft.
talking about 2
This
years
is
ago?
all before the draft.
You're talking about a year
Don't
before.
That was coaching. That was coaching.
So
Don't
y'all
get me started
didn't
on that.
fix that.
That
Y'all
was
didn't
coaching.
fix that, though.
We do. And like I said before, the only thing that could stop this offense.
said ice cream.
The
I'm a
only
little passionate today because he's.
the only thing that could stop this offense, like you said, is Nick Sirianni or Kellen Moore. That's the only thing that can stop this offense.
So you telling me right now you have 100% confidence in Kellen Moore and Sirianni right now? To answer this, is yes or no?
No. I don't have faith in them. I'm saying if they get out of their own way and just be simple and let the offense be the offense,
Shane,
there's no reason
y'all
we can't
still
go
had
to the
the
Super
same
Bowl.
problem y'all had last year when y'all had
No,
y'all
we don't.
exit to
No, we
the
don't.
Bucks.
Because
Y'all
nothing,
had- listen,
anything is better than Brian
Shane,
Johnson.
listen.
Anything is
Shane,
better than
listen.
Brian
Shane,
Johnson.
listen.
It doesn't matter who we got in the OC.
y'all
Anything is
stay-
better than Brian Johnson.
Shane.
We're already improved.
The staple free agent signing was Saquon Barkley. Okay, yes, he's a great running back, but y'all had DeAndre Swift and y'all have the best O-line in the NFL. Y'all should be able to put me back there. Now, I'm a pretty good runner. So y'all should be able to put Jay Will back there, and he should be able to go for 1,000. And Jay was an athlete. But listen,
Don't bring Jerry into this. Don't bring Jerry into this. Don't bring Jerry into this. But I agree with you. DeAndre Swift is a good running back.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley is a great running back.
listen,
We
you
didn't
guys
give,
will have the
like you
same
said, we
problem.
didn't give Swift the ball enough last year, so that's where that problem stems from. But this year, having a new OC while having a better running back, it's a significant improvement and will be more of a motivation to run the ball more. I mean, we were top 8 in rushing last year, and we hardly ran the ball.
So what I'm saying is, Shane, y'all have the same problem y'all have last year. You're talking about 2 years ago.
How do we have the same problem?
You're saying this team reminds you 2 years ago, but the problem last year was to you not the players, it was the coaching. So it didn't matter what y'all brought
Right.
in. Y'all needed to fix that coaching situation. And you still don't have faith in the coaching situation.
No, we did. We improved our coaching situation.
okay.
Sirianni is definitely on thin ice right now. But Kellen Moore, no matter how spotty his resume is, he is still a step up from Brian Johnson. And Vic Fangio is a step up from who we had last year coaching the offense. I'm coaching the defense. So we've already made improvements in the coordinator positions. Now,
So going from bad to average.
now can Kellen
Right.
can Kellen be as effective as Shane Steichen was 2 years ago? That's where it comes into play. He has the best offense that he's ever had in his whole career in the NFL. So now I feel like the pressure is more on them than it is the players.
I just feel like, you're saying that y'all want, like, it's so crazy that I said it's still one free agency. When we, by your definition, filled every hole we need, and we already have great coaching.
I do respect.
Because
the
we are a
moves
We have
team.
Mike-
We are
we
a
have Mike
10-win
Tomlin.
team.
I do.
We have Mike
You're right.
Tomlin.
You're right. I do
We
respect.
have
Mason
Mike
Rudolph,
Tomlin.
I
Kenny
do-
Pickett. We
I will
are a
say
10-win
that.
team.
I do respect the moves y'all made.
So,
for sure. I do respect the moves y'all made.
And let's not forget, again.
But do you really think that coming out of a Super Bowl, do you think that coming out of the AFC, playing against
Here's my argument.
Patrick
Here's my argument.
Mahomes,
Here's my argument.
having to see Lamar Jackson twice a year, having to see a healthy Joe Burrow, with the weapons they have in Cincinnati, do you really think that?
we play in one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Do you trust Russell
Yes.
Wilson with the tools you all
Yes,
have
I do, and I
to
say-
beat Patrick Mahomes
Yes.
or Lamar
Are you
Jackson
gonna
in the playoff game?
We
Or Josh Allen.
we consistently beat the Ravens. We play them twice a year. We play the Ravens, Bengals, and the Browns twice a year. We consistently beat the Ravens. We beat the Bengals. Mahomes is the standard to everybody, clearly, because y'all couldn't beat him, right? And y'all were the best team 2 years ago, right? Correct? So he is obviously the standard. Now, what I'm saying is we've consistently beat the teams that are at the top. So, yes, I do believe with a great quarterback and that we have a great defense. Championship teams are you have to have championship defense. We have a great defense. And now we have a vet leader and we have young talent. Like, we have the best of both worlds in a sense where if we play this right, we can really be one of the top teams in the AFC. Because, like I said, we were a 10-win playoff team with Mason Rudolph.
I'm excited to see it.
All
I'm
right.
not going to lie.
We'll
I'm
see.
excited to see it.
I mean, both
But I love the Eagles. I love Jalen Hurts.
We'll see.
I love the Eagles. I love the Eagles.
We'll see what both teams do. We'll see what both teams do during the season.
Coming up next, who's most likely to make the playoffs, Bron or Steph? We'll be right back after the break. The NBA playoffs are almost here, and there are many teams fighting for just 8 spots. Shane, who's most likely to make the playoffs, King James or Steph Curry?
Man, what I've seen so far this regular season, not going off of what I've seen in the past, I think I'm gonna have to go with LeBron. AD is staying healthy, LeBron is staying healthy, D'Lo is heating up as we get closer to the end of the season. Rui is constantly a reliable option to go to. And Austin Reeves is he's looking so much more comfortable in his new role, showing steadily improvement from year to year, since he started coming off the bench a couple years ago. So I got to go with the Lakers. They look like, they have the size, they have ball handlers, they got scorers, and Gabe Vincent isn't even healthy yet. And we know what he looks like in the playoffs from what he did with Miami last year. So I feel like I got to go with LeBron, just on who they have, and then based on the Warriors' decline. Like Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson obviously is not the same Klay Thompson he was. Looks better coming off the bench as a sixth man, just like Russ did, when he started coming off the bench this year. But I don't think the Warriors have enough to really make a push at the end of the season, which is a shame because these are key prime years in Steph Curry's career. Kuminga is looking great. He's taken a step forward this year. Draymond being back helps. I think they really screwed themselves up from the start of the season bringing in Chris Paul. I don't think that was the right fit for the team. I think Chris Paul is a point guard who, not to say he can't play with anyone, but I feel like that's someone who needs his own office to work in. Not sharing the office and rubbing elbows with Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a good mix. I didn't think that was a good mix from the start, and I think that's playing a role into this downfall of the Warriors. But overall, this isn't the same Warriors team that we saw a couple years ago. So this year, got to go with LeBron.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Warriors have been relying a lot on Steph and Draymond, and their younger guys just haven't been performing. And like you said, like LeBron and AD have been playing great, and I think when the game is on the line, like when it's crunch time and like they're playing for those playoff spots, I think that they're going to come with the clutch wins. I think they have a deeper bench, and I think that they're just better suited as a team. I think we're kind of watching the Warriors fall apart, and that's why I think that LeBron will take the Lakers to the playoffs.
This answer is so easy. It's LeBron. And I'm saying that because he obviously is playing at a high level. Like you said, AD is balling. He's staying healthy. D'Lo is looking well. You know, they're starting to put the pieces together and starting to realize what they have and what they have to use in order to win games. And I think when the Lakers go into, obviously, I don't think they're going to get to the AFC, obviously, you know. But if they have to go to the play-in, I think that LeBron is going to obviously slow the game down, and he's going to pick and teach any matchup that he gets, no matter what team he goes against. So I think the Lakers are definitely the ones that are going to make the playoffs rather than the Warriors. With the Warriors now, you know, you have Steph, but that's it. You don't have Klay's not the same. Draymond is at averaging 6 rebounds. Like he's not the old Draymond. You obviously got rid of Poole. He's not a scoring option no more. Kuminga's good, but I'm still not really sold on him. So I just think the Warriors don't have enough this year. And it's looking like the Lakers are going to take it to the playoffs.
And I think I'm just going to make it a clean sweep and agree with all you guys and go with the Lakers. We look at LeBron averaging almost a triple-double in year 20, 25, 7 rebounds, 8 assists.
And he's not the GOAT?
AD's playing well, 24 points, 12 rebounds.
That's a different debate.
Third in rebounding.
Right.
And I think to go to Shane's point, when you look at, you know, what this team has outside of LeBron and AD, they have D'Angelo Russell, they have Rui, they have Reeves, they have Dinwiddie, they have Reddish.
Yep.
Like the list, I feel like the list goes on and on. And I think these guys are hitting stride at a point in the season where it's time to start hitting stride and make that push, you know, to maybe push for that AC. You know, they're 8 games back. So maybe hit a little streak and push. And I think when you look at LeBron and play in a situation, I think that he gets in there. And when you look at this Warriors team, like everybody's talking about, you know, I feel like they're just on the decline. It almost looks like they're getting to that point where it's about time to start rebuilding a little bit and finding a new core because Draymond is on the decline, Klay's on the decline. And you look at Curry, he's scoring 40, and they're losing. Like before, when Curry scored 40 or 30,
Right.
they were winning and winning by a lot. And you
Right.
can just see the kind of difference in this Warriors team. So I think the Lakers are gonna, you know, have the best chance to make this playoffs and get it done.
It's going to be interesting to see because it's like now I feel like the NBA is going in a different direction now. Like before, the AFC used to be like, all right, we'll sweep in the first round, but now you literally have to worry about like, you know, the Lakers, Steph, Suns, and it's going to be scary for the number 1 teams in the West because they might have to meet LeBron in the first round series, and these teams that are number 1 are young teams. They have no experience, so when you look at this, it's like
They have a chance.
They literally have a chance because when I look at playoffs, like I say all the time, you have to literally key on LeBron. And can you really stop LeBron and AD in a 7-game series? No. So when you have Minnesota or OKC going against LeBron and them, the Lakers can win in 6. Let's just be honest.
I don't see, besides the Nuggets, I don't see a team that is clearly favored to beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. Like I feel like there's question marks on all, even the top teams, like you said, Jerry, there's question marks on all of the top teams that are in the West. You know, Timberwolves being young, you know, Ant has been looking great this year, but, you know, with Cat being down, don't know how long he's going to be out. Pretty sure he's out for the rest of the season. So, you know, him being a young guy, you know, we have an idea of what he could be capable of in the future. But in terms of this year, you know, being a young guy, same goes for Shea, same goes for Chet, you know, same. And then for the Clippers, you know, typically declining this time of year, you know, in terms of health and production. You know, there's no telling what they'll look like. And they got a real shot to make a push.
And I think the other big thing to look at is, you know, like you talked about, the health part. Brian and AD, they aren't having to will their team to wins every night. You think D'Angelo Russell's going for 30+, and he's leading the team, and he's playing well. And I think that's a big part of this team as you roll around deeper in the season. LeBron can't play 40 minutes, can't play 48 minutes.
Right.
AD can't play 48 minutes. And if those guys are healthy and energized going into the playoffs, it's going to be trouble for the league.
Coming up next, we'll discuss if Jalen Brunson can be a number 1 option. We'll be right back after the break. After a bunch of injuries, the New York Knicks are almost healthy towards the end of the NBA season. Jeremiah, at full power, can Jalen Brunson lead New York to a championship?
Wow, that's an obvious answer, and the answer is no. Guys, I like Jalen Brunson as a player. Like he's solid. Like he's the number one option on the Knicks right now, but on a championship team, no. So I think they can go as far as the conference finals, but that's it. Because to be honest, I don't think they can honestly be Boston, the Bucks, and Miami. And when you guys are probably confused, like, oh, he's not a number one option, but he's averaging 40. Let me give you a list of like players in the NBA that are like 1As on a championship team. And just stay with me. Don't no talking back. Appreciate it. Giannis, Joker, LeBron, Steph, Kawhi Leonard, KD.
Go ahead.
These are the 1A players. And I'm not saying that these are all 1As right now, but I'm saying they like in the NBA, like the last couple of years, they're 1A players because they've gotten the job done. They've won, NBA championships. So when you think of Jalen Brunson on a championship team, he's at best 2 or 3. He hasn't gone anywhere. Now you're probably also thinking about Joel Embiid. He hasn't ever been to a conference finals. You can build around these guys, but they're not 1As.
Most of the guys you named are Western Conference guys. In order to go to a championship, you got to beat the dudes in the East.
Right.
And if we're looking at the dudes in the East, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis, there's only one guy out of the names I just named that is consistently a finals contender.
Who?
Giannis. Joel Embiid.
I mentioned Giannis.
Joel Embiid is rarely available in the play. I know you mentioned Giannis, but I said most of the.
Wait, Jay Will, Shane, let you talk.
Most of the guys you named are in the West.
Jay Will, Shane, let you talk.
Kawhi hasn't been in the East since 2019. He's in the West.
But he was a 1A at the time.
Okay, so is Jalen Brunson going to have to see Kawhi before going to the championship?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Not argument.
That is the argument.
That
Is the argument.
That's not a
In
good
order
argument.
to
That's
go
not
to
a
the
good-
championship, you have to go through the East.
But is he
The-
going there?
Hold on.
No, that's what I'm about to get to.
1, 2.
Jalen Brunson. That's what I'm about to. That's what I'm about to get
I'm
to.
gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
Jalen Brunson has been an unstoppable force all season, and honestly, he's been this season. He's been the third best point guard in the league. The only point guards I have above him right now are Steph and Shea. There's the only 2 point guards I have above him, and I feel like if we're comparing him to other people in the East, I bet you this. Brunson will get a ring before Embiid and Tatum do on their current teams. I bet you he does.
Now.
I bet you.
No.
I bet you Brunson gets a ring with the Knicks before Tatum does with the Celtics and Embiid does with the Sixers. I guarantee that.
That is wild.
I guarantee you he does.
For him to say
I
over
guarantee you
Joel
he does.
Embiid and Jason Tatum's already been to a
Let me talk you
finals.
through it. Let me talk you through it. Let me
Let's
talk you
go.
through it.
I know-
Let
I
me
don't
talk you
wanna
through it.
hear
Let me
it.
talk you through
Okay.
it. Let me
I
talk
don't
you
wanna
through
hear
it.
it. And my
Let me
mic
talk
is
you
falling
through
off
it.
because of you.
Let me talk you through it. Let me talk you through it. Jason Tatum has consistently, Jason Tatum, and this is no disrespect to him because I love his game. I think he's a young guy. He's a young guy. He has the potential to be one of the main faces of the league. But Jason Tatum is overrated right now. People are saying that he's arguably a top 3, top 5 player in the league. Y'all know where I stand on that. If he was truly a top 5 player in the league, being on the team that he has been on his whole career, he would at least have 1 ring right now. You cannot tell me.
Jalen Brunson doesn't
You
have
cannot tell me.
Hasn't been to the finals.
He's young. He's younger than Jason Tatum. He's been in the Knicks. He's been on the Knicks. He's been in basketball purgatory for the past 2 years.
How old is he?
He's been in basketball purgatory for the past couple years.
Now I'm going to take it over.
How old is he?
And Joel Embiid can't stay healthy in the playoffs. And the Sixers are only going to go as far as Joel Embiid will go. So if I'm talking about, if I'm comparing him,
somebody look up how far.
The Knicks are top 5 in the East right now with Julius Randle out, without OG, and without Mitchell Robinson, their leading rebounder. They're top 5 in the East right now. So when they come back, you're telling me they don't have a solid chance to take out the Celtics who fold and take out the Sixers?
They're not going to do it.
You're crazy.
You're insane.
Stop. You're crazy. Stop.
not.
You're crazy. Shane, you lost me a little bit at the end, but let's just look at the facts.
I'm standing by that.
Jalen Brunson is a top point guard in this league. Jalen Brunson can lead a championship team. Now let's look at the numbers and the facts. Jalen Brunson is averaging 27, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. He is an elite scorer. He is a 3-level scorer.
Yep.
He can defend.
Absolutely.
He can lead. He can pass. He can control an offense.
So that makes you
the
1A?
Knicks are second in the East right now.
Right now.
He's put up 34 against Golden State this year, 34 against Boston, 36 against LA, He's put up 40 multiple times.
Go to the finals.
Listen, last year, Jalen Brunson was, okay, who is Jalen Brunson? Is he really this guy? Is he really a great talent in this league?
He is,
and
though.
this year it has been, yes, Jalen Brunson is a top talent in this league.
season.
Now listen, Jay, well,
This
listen.
season.
The Knicks will be a playoff team this year.
They will.
The Knicks are the second seed. So now we will be able to truly see, okay, what can Jalen Brunson do with a good team, with a supporting cast as the leader on the team, as the number one option on the team. So now
I think, he's a star player. No one is denying that.
Yes, thank
and
you.
you guys
He's a star
are
player.
going to be yelling at me too in a second because I do agree with Jay Will. I
Thank
think
you.
that they can win a series, but you're saying he has the supporting cast. They're all hurt. It's just him. He's carrying
They're
his
coming.
team.
The point is, they're
I
coming.
would
I'm
love
so
to see.
excited. Sorry,
I would
Wait,
love
wait,
to
let me
see
go.
first round of playoffs, Knicks and Heat. I think that would be a great series to see if he can carry this team to a championship. I think no one's denying his talent, but like you said, OG, Mitchell Robinson, all these guys are hurt and out. So can the Knicks as a team, no one is denying Brunson's talent, but can he carry them to a championship? That's a completely different conversation.
But the point is,
He's
is
a
that
1A.
the point
I
is,
love
the
the
point is-
chemistry between him and Tibbs.
you,
I
you
think
have
it's
to give
great,
him a
but
chance to. This is his second year.
Okay,
really
you're
leading
right.
this
Those guys
team.
are coming
right.
back.
I
The point
agree.
is,
No,
the point
I
is,
agree. He's not
yeah,
a
I'm
1A.
saying the point
Bruh.
is, the point is
not
that
a
these
1A.
guys are coming back. So
These
we're
guys
looking
are
at
hurt.
we're looking at what he's doing
Right.
without his key
guys
guys.
are
when they
hurt.
come
So
back,
He might
then-
be a B. It might be a B or two.
Question is, can he lead a championship team? And that answer is yes.
If he's winning, he's winning a series, and that's it.
Okay, guys, I'm going to have to stop you there. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the show. We now go to reporter Jonathan Ward in the field.
The Hampton University Pro Day gave the Pirates a chance to showcase members of its 2024 draft class. Things like power,
Lock it out.
explosiveness, and agility are several key attributes that scouts look for when evaluating a prospect. But in order to produce results, preparation was essential for these athletes to be successful.
So the preparation was tough. I was down in Atlanta, like I said. Been down there since January. It was long days, 10 to 5. But it all paid off at the end.
It was a unique experience for real, because at the end of the day, I've been working hard for this specific day, and you get the results that you work for.
Closing a chapter in their careers, they also had the opportunity to reflect about what college football meant to them.
Been here since 2018, so I've been here for a long time. So it meant a lot to be a Pirate. Made some great friends, built the brotherhood football team.
I'm coming from Rutgers, coming from Rhode Island, great coaches at those schools. But God took me on this path, and I was able to put my head down. He was able to guide me through.
The Pirates football team had a total of 11 participants in their pro day who will look for opportunities at the next level. From Holland Hall and Armstrong Stadium, I'm Jonathan Ward, here with Saber Sports.
Thanks, Jonathan. That's all we have for today's episode. Be sure to tune back in with us next week on Saber Sports for your favorite sports on WGNT 27.